Have you ever felt completely exhausted, but somehow unable to relax? You wake up tired. You drag yourself through the day. Then suddenly, at night, your brain decides it's time to run a marathon. You can't sleep. You can't focus. You feel stressed for no obvious reason. And here's the scary part. Most people blame their age, their busy schedule, their lack of motivation. But what if there's something else happening inside your body? Something silent. Something millions of Americans are experiencing right now without even realizing it. Today, we're talking about the silent symptoms of high cortisol. And symptom number 7 might completely change how you think about your health. Let's get started. First, what exactly is cortisol? Cortisol is often called the stress hormone. Your body releases it to help you deal with challenges. Thousands of years ago, it helped humans escape danger. Today, the danger isn't a wild animal. It's emails, bills, traffic, social media, work pressure, financial stress. And when these stressors never seem to stop, cortisol can stay elevated for far longer than it should. The problem is, high cortisol doesn't always announce itself loudly. Instead, it often whispers. Let's look at the signs. Symptom number 1, constant fatigue. This one confuses a lot of people. You sleep. You rest. You even drink coffee. But somehow you're still tired. High cortisol can disrupt your body's natural energy cycle. Instead of feeling energized in the morning and sleepy at night, your internal clock starts getting scrambled. The result? You feel drained all day long, and no amount of caffeine seems to fix it. But fatigue isn't the only clue. The next symptom is something many people never connect to cortisol. Symptom number 2, stubborn belly fat. Have you noticed weight gathering around your midsection, even though your habits haven't changed much? High cortisol can encourage the body to store fat, particularly around the abdomen. This isn't about laziness. It's not necessarily about eating too much. Your body may literally be responding to stress signals. And here's what's frustrating. Many people diet harder, exercise more, and still struggle to see results because they're fighting a hormonal issue, not simply a calorie issue. But weight gain isn't the only physical sign. The next symptom often shows up in the mirror. Symptom number 3, premature aging. Have you ever looked at a recent photo and thought, when did I start looking so tired? Chronic stress can affect your skin. Some people notice more wrinkles. Others notice dull skin. Some experience increased breakouts. When cortisol remains elevated for long periods, the body often shifts resources away from repair and recovery, and your appearance may start reflecting that internal stress. But what happens inside your mind can be even more noticeable. And symptom number 4, brain fog. You walk into a room and forget why. You lose your train of thought during conversations. Simple tasks suddenly feel complicated. Sound familiar? Brain fog is one of the most commonly overlooked symptoms of high cortisol. Many people think they're becoming forgetful, but prolonged stress can affect memory, concentration, and mental clarity. It's like trying to think through a thick cloud. And speaking of the brain, the next symptom can make everyday life feel emotionally exhausting. Symptom number 5, increased anxiety. Even when nothing is technically wrong, you feel on edge. Your heart races. Your thoughts won't slow down. You constantly expect something bad to happen. High cortisol keeps the body's alarm system activated. It's like having a smoke detector that won't stop beeping. Eventually, your nervous system becomes stuck in survival mode. And survival mode isn't designed for long-term living. But here's where things get really surprising, because the next symptom affects people in a way they rarely suspect. Symptom number 6, cravings for sugar and junk food. Ever notice how stress makes cookies, chips, or ice cream seem impossible to resist? That's not just lack of willpower. Elevated cortisol can increase cravings for highly rewarding foods. Your brain starts looking for quick sources of comfort and energy. And unfortunately, processed foods often provide exactly that, at least temporarily. Then comes the crash. Then more cravings. Then the cycle repeats. But what if I told you the next symptom can actually happen while you're sleeping? Symptom number 7, waking up 2 or 3 a.m. This surprises a lot of people. You fall asleep fine. Then suddenly, your eyes open. It's 2:17 a.m. or 3:04 a.m. And your mind instantly starts thinking about everything. Work, money, family, problems, to-do lists. Some experts believe disrupted cortisol rhythms may contribute to these middle-of-the-night awakenings, and once you're awake, falling back asleep can feel impossible. Now imagine experiencing that night after night. Eventually, another symptom begins to appear. Symptom number 8, irritability and mood swings. Little things start feeling huge. Traffic makes you angry. Small mistakes feel overwhelming. People get on your nerves more easily. When your stress hormones remain elevated, emotional regulation becomes harder. You may feel like your patience has disappeared. And sometimes, the people around you notice it before you do. But we're not done, because one of the most overlooked symptoms is coming next. Symptom number 9, frequent illness. Do you seem to catch every cold going around? Do minor illnesses linger longer than they used to? Chronic stress can influence how effectively the immune system functions. When your body is constantly dealing with elevated stress signals, it may have fewer resources available for recovery and defense. That's why stress and physical health are often more connected than people realize. And now for perhaps the biggest question: what can you actually do about it? How to support healthy cortisol levels? The good news? Small changes can make a big difference. First, prioritize sleep. Not just quantity, quality. A consistent sleep schedule helps support a healthy cortisol rhythm. Second, move your body regularly. Walking, stretching, strength training. Physical activity can help regulate stress responses. Third, manage caffeine wisely. Too much caffeine, especially later in the day, may worsen stress-related symptoms for some people. Fourth, spend time outdoors. Natural light exposure helps support your body's internal clock. And finally, don't underestimate relaxation. Deep breathing, meditation, reading, prayer, listening to music. Even a few minutes can help calm an overactive stress response. The most dangerous thing about high cortisol isn't always what it does. It's how quietly it can do it. Fatigue, brain fog, belly fat, anxiety, cravings, poor sleep. Many people experience these symptoms for years without connecting the dots. That's why awareness matters. Because the sooner you recognize the signs, the sooner you can start making changes that support your health. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these symptoms surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because your next symptom could be hiding in plain sight, and the next video might help you discover it. Thanks for watching, might help you discover it, and I'll see you in the next one.